Manchester Army, we're all gonna Wembley. Baldy sticking around and we're gonna win the town. And the Ten Hag Army's gonna win the league. Sticking around, it looks like Ladies and gentlemen, Erik ten Hag has officially been announced, has signed a brand new contract with Manchester United. The Here We Go is here, and the gaffer sticks around for a couple more years. And I tell you what, as much as I love embracing my inner Baldy, let's try go back to normal. That feels better. Back to normal and ready to go. And lads, go we shall, because we have got to break down everything to do with this Ten Hag blockbuster announcement. Now, if you guys are pumped for today's video and you're excited to hear about the Ten Hag news, go down below, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below your thoughts on us keeping Baldy. And make sure to let me know down below as well. Are you happy we kept Baldy, or do you want to see this bald head get gone? Without further ado, sit back, get ready, and let us discuss Erik ten Hag. Before I say absolutely anything about this man and what has happened in terms of the future, or what will happen, I should say, I am not under any delusion. Just because we took down City inside Wembley, silenced the neighbours once more, won the FA Cup, and Kobbie Mainoo, the little kid he is, pocketed Kevin De Bruyne and Rodri in the space of 5 minutes, right? I'm not going to let that delusional, biasry come through. It's not been a good season. As good as it was to see the City fans melting down, that does not change the fact we finished 8th place, negative goal difference, and got battered by most teams we came up against this season. It got to a point that even Paul Scholes, some of our club biggest legends, came out and said, watching Man United is so unpredictable. We are the only team in the world who could probably win a game 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 even nil, and get battered the whole game. How many times have we played a game and we've actually scored a couple goals? Or we go 2 goals ahead and it's like, we're going to bottle this. Galatasaray in the Champions League twice. How many times have we gone a goal or 2 ahead and just crumbled? And I'm not going to sit here and say that's because of Erik ten Hag. The injuries have not been help whatsoever. Over 60 different counts of injuries across the season. The Harry Maguire captaincy stripping coming off him. Obviously the Jadon Sancho situation as well. He's had things to deal with, and it's not all been sunshine and rainbows for him. However, that being said, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like he's been perfect and it's been those circumstances that have cost him. His transfers, his money spent, and his tactics have also cost us in a lot of big moments and key moments throughout the season. And that's what we're here to talk about. Is Ten Hag the right man to take this team forward? And I'm going to be flat out honest with you. Yes. Now hold up, let's play devil's advocate. It's been a rubbish season, literally our worst in our club's Premier League history. Let's say we sack him. Who do you realistically bring in right now? You look at Pochettino, who's probably one of the more experienced managers that are available right now. Not really a serial winner. At the likes of De Zerbi or Thomas Frank, or do you know what I mean? You're sitting there like, they're good managers, but they're not Man United managers. You got young Kieran McKenna, ex-Man United coach as well, managed the youth team fantastically, did some bits under Ole Solskjaer and Jose as well, and did an okay job, and has done a fantastic job at Ipswich. Him signing his new contract, and realistically, would someone like him get given the time to sit down, bed his philosophy and go for the next 5-10 years? With our fan base, probably not. So that leaves a very select amount of names. Probably the top of that list being someone like a Thomas Tuchel. I'm not going to sit and pretend like I don't like Tommy T. I actually think Tommy T's a fantastic manager, and out of all of the people available, he screams the biggest he's a Man United manager. But with his name getting gone straight away early doors, Ten Hag is really the only option to do here. And in a weird way, I think this paints Ineos in a good light, but also with a negative brush as well. Starting off with the positives, because we want to try and keep positive, do you know what I mean? What a summer we've been having, and what a season we could have with a manager actually in charge that we've had the whole month to prepare for. The positives is they didn't twist. They didn't fire their shot. It's been an awful season, and they've almost said without saying they're not sure on these other managers, the De Zerbis, the Franks, the Marco Silva, I saw his name, the Gareth bloody Southgates, who, don't get me wrong, Gareth Southgate with England has done a great job in the overall scheme of things, but that's a conversation for a completely different day. As club managers, there's definitely massive question marks, and Ineos weren't too sure about them. So Was it going to make any sense to sack a manager who's been rubbish to go for another manager where you're like, no, it doesn't. And they didn't. They stuck with their man. Everyone was saying, listen, if you don't want him here, stop being disrespectful. Because to be honest with you, Ineos were being a bit disrespectful about Ten Hag. They're making him wait, like, oh, we're talking. We're still talking, we're still talking. So instead of that, sack the guy or back the guy. And I tell you what, lads, they've backed the Baldy. And just to have that whole question mark and that aura of, will he be here, will he not be here, can we make this signing, because what if he doesn't like him? Like, the fact that's gone now is such a massive plus. Now, this hasn't been confirmed, but from what I've heard, some rumours around the place, is the role that Ten Hag has got is going to be dropped a little bit, i.e. he will not be in charge solely on getting the recruitment in. So someone like an Anthony probably wouldn't happen again. Maybe even an Onana probably wouldn't go as like it went at the time. They're trying to make it a bit more of a broad spectrum where it's like, right, what positions do you need? You need a left back? Right, here's some options, choose from them. That type of vibe, rather than him going, right, I want a Dutch left back, give me him. And them going, yeah, sure, have him. Do you know what I mean? Because when you spend that much money on one player like an Anthony and it doesn't quite work, and don't get me wrong, Anthony has had some big moments. Of course, the goal against Liverpool, the goals against City, the goals against Barcelona. Like, he's had some massive, massive moments. But in the grand scheme of things, it's probably fair to say it ain't working out for him. And you've got to get him gone as soon as you can. Don't get me wrong, it's not all positives that Ten Hag is staying, because as much as it is like fair play to Ineos for sticking with him, he has had a rubbish season. And as I've mentioned, he tactically has made some big mistakes this year as well. He's also had his own dramas this year with the likes of Jadon Sancho. Now, that's a whole different video with Jadon Sancho, but I don't think Ten Hag's our fault for that one. As much as I love Jadon, I think that is a Jadon issue rather than Eric issue. But you get the point. Something Ten Hag said caused that whole outburst. Even though I don't think what Ten Hag said was that bad. That's a different discussion. Ten Hag has had a lot to deal with, and I feel like he's come out of it with his head held high. And most of what he's done in terms of getting rid of players and promoting some players has been a massive success. If you think about the amount of young kids that have come through with Ten Hag's watch, Ethan Wheatley being one of the big ones. Forson, of course, now gone, but that's another one. You've obviously got Garner. You've obviously got Cobby. You've obviously got so many other young talents that have been put in. There's a game for you there. There's half an hour for you there. He's given chances to the kids, and listen, that is what Manchester United do! And he's doing it to perfection. If you really deep it, Cobby Manu and Garnacho literally a year ago were academy boys, and now they're like two of the first names in the team sheet, and that has been under the tutelage of Erik ten Hag. So in the grand scheme of things, whether he's here for the next year, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know. I think there's only really positives to take from the Ten Hag news. I'm fully behind the man. You back him, and you back him. That is what Ferguson told us to do. We back the new manager, and that is what we've got to do right now. Don't get me wrong. It's been rocky roads around here, even with the 2 cups in 2 seasons. But good times are coming. And I tell you what, if any manager in the world can do it, it is that Dutchman. All right? Ten Hag's going to bring it home, boys. And I tell you what, it might not be this year, it might not even be next, but Manchester United will become champions again. And I tell you what, Ten Hag is the man to do it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Smash the like, subscribe if you're new, and peace.